China just moved one step closer to ending the US dollar's reign. A new payment system, faster, quieter, and out of America's reach, is now live. And Donald Trump says if it spreads, the world will never be the same. China's new payment weapon, the dollar's greatest threat. For decades, the US dollar has ruled the world. Every drop of oil, every shipment of wheat, every ton of steel traded internationally was priced in dollars. It wasn't just money, it was power. If you control the dollar, you controlled the global economy. Washington could sanction entire nations with a signature. Banks in New York could freeze billions overnight. The world's most valuable currency was also its most feared weapon. But now, a challenger has appeared, and it's not coming from Wall Street. It's coming from Beijing. The announcement that shook the markets. On a quiet Monday morning in early 2025, the People's Bank of China made a stunning announcement. They were launching a global payment system, fully independent of the US dollar. At the center of this plan, the digital yuan, ECNY, not a cryptocurrency, not a private experiment, but a state-backed digital currency directly controlled by China's central bank. The goal? To allow countries to trade instantly without touching a single American bank and without using the dollar at all. The news spread fast. Stock markets wavered. The dollar dipped. And in Washington, alarms began to ring. How China plans to break free. The digital yuan is only the visible tip of the spear. Beneath it lies a deep network, years in the making. China's cross-border interbank payment system, CIPS, has been quietly growing since 2015. It's like SWIFT, but under Chinese control. And while SWIFT is dominated by US and European banks, CIPS answers to Beijing. Over 1,400 banks in 119 countries are now connected to CIPS, each one a potential escape route from US financial oversight. But China didn't stop there. Through the mBridge project, it partnered with Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Thailand, creating a blockchain platform for central banks to trade directly, bypassing the dollar entirely. Oil from Riyadh, technology from Shenzhen, wheat from Russia, all can now be settled in local currencies, instantly. The BRICS factor. The timing could not be more perfect for Beijing. BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, has expanded, inviting countries like Iran, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia. Together, they represent more than 40% of the world's population and a massive share of global oil and gas production. In late 2024, BRICS unveiled BRICS Pay, a mobile and banking platform allowing member states to settle trade in their own currencies. No dollars required. And now, the digital yuan is being integrated into BRICS Pay. China's payment revolution is going global. Trump's first reaction. When news of the digital yuan spread, Donald Trump wasted no time. Speaking at a rally in Florida, he thundered into the microphone. The dollar is America's greatest weapon. If we lose it, we lose everything. And China knows it. He accused Beijing of trying to strangle American power without firing a single shot. And he warned that any country that joined China's payment system would face massive tariffs, even up to 100%. Trump's supporters roared. But inside the White House, even President Biden's advisors knew this was not just political theater. The threat was real. Why this terrifies Washington? Here's the truth. America's economic power comes from one fact. Most international trade is in dollars. That means countries must hold dollars in reserve. They must use U.S. banks to settle trades. And that gives Washington enormous leverage. Sanctions en Iran, freezing Russia's assets, cutting off North Korea from SWIFT. These moves only work because the dollar is unavoidable. If China's system grows, and countries can bypass the dollar, America's most powerful weapon loses its edge. The silent revolution in energy trade. Oil is the lifeblood of the global economy. And for decades, oil sales were locked to the dollar, the petrodollar system. But in March 2025, Saudi Arabia sold a shipment of oil to China, entirely in yuan. It wasn't the first time, But it was the first time done through the digital yuan's cross-border system. Outside U.S. oversight, the shipment was worth billions, and it sent a clear message to Washington. The petrodollar monopoly is cracking. Trump escalates his warnings. Days later, Trump appeared on Fox News. His tone was darker. They're coming for our money. They're coming for our economy. If Biden doesn't stop this, we'll wake up one day and the dollar won't be worth what it is now. He called for an emergency economic summit. He demanded that Congress pass laws punishing U.S. companies that join China's network. But behind the scenes, even Wall Street executives were admitting the shift had already begun. The allies' dilemma. America's allies now face a difficult choice: join China's network and gain faster, cheaper trade with Asia and BRICS, or stay loyal to the dollar and risk higher costs and losing access to key markets. Some countries, like Pakistan, Indonesia, and the UAE, are already running digital yuan trials for trade settlements. Others, like Germany and Japan, are quietly studying the system, weighing the benefits. Every new participant strengthens Beijing's position and weakens Washington's. The technological edge. The digital yuan isn't just a currency. It's programmable. China can set rules, like how long money can be held before it must be spent, or where it can be used. That gives Beijing a level of control no paper currency can match. And for developing countries, it's attractive. No need for expensive dollar reserves. No risk of being cut off by U.S. sanctions. For them, the question is becoming, why stick with the dollar when a faster, cheaper alternative exists? Trump's final warning. A massive rally in Texas. Trump delivered his most dramatic statement yet. Mark my words, if we lose the dollar, we lose the American century. No army can defend a weak currency, and no nation can be great without the power of its money. The crowd roared, but the reality was sinking in. This battle might already be slipping from America's hands. A world at the crossroads. The U.S. dollar still reigns. But for the first time in a century, there's a real alternative. China isn't attacking with missiles. It's attacking with code, with banking rails, with alliances. And every day, another country takes a step toward a post-dollar world. The question now is simple. Will America fight to keep the dollar's throne? Or has the first chapter of its decline already been written?